Welcome to El Salvador. This is our first camp. I'm so excited to check out this spot because we got here, it was kind of late afternoon, you couldn't really explore, but I had a beautiful shower, very warm water, because here are two different streams and they connect into one and flow this way. This is about 35 Celsius, this is 41 Celsius. Very warm, and there are all these like little chairs that you can sit and even get a little back massage, but these go so far. I looked on the map and they just go for miles and miles. I don't know how well you can see, but it just keeps going and going and going forever. We're really excited to be here. We're just at his post. Yay! I met some people on the second night. They came, had a little party, some drinks, some food, chilling in the hot rivers, the little jacuzzis, and talking to them. They say for sure 2 years ago you would never be able to camp here. One of the guys, he says to me that a year and a half ago they came to do the same thing, and yeah, a gun was to his head for sure, and they just wanted like $10 per car to pass, no problem. But that is really the situation here of what it was like a year and a half or 2 years ago. People could not enjoy their own country, and the town that I am in right now feels like a ghost town. I'm super curious if this was like a main location for a lot of the gang members, possibly because it's so close to the border. I don't know, you never know these things when you first enter the country, but I'm super keen to keep learning more and hearing what locals have to say about Bukele and how life was before, how life is now, and how they think life will be in the future. Meet Dolce, aka Sweetie. We met her camping at the river, and the next day we went to her hometown to see some Mayan ruins and have a delicious lunch. Porter really enjoyed eating the pieces of chicharron that came with this meal. On our way to our next camp, we stopped in Santa Ana to see this absolutely beautiful Gothic church. The detail on this is mind-blowing. Our second camp spot was at Lake Cotopequi. Porter and I camped at a public access point, so locals were coming and going all day out on boats, jet skis, or sometimes just spending the day having a barbecue. Every single person here was completely shocked that I was camping around their country by myself. This is where I really started to soak in how life in El Salvador was before Bukele put 80,000 gang members into the Supermax prison. Of course, Porter made his rounds making friends with everybody, and that is also how I got to talk to so many more people to really understand how life was. For example, one of the guys that I met here was fishing with his family. He lives less than 1 mile from this lake. On this day, it was the second time in his entire life that he was fishing at this lake, because before it was simply too dangerous to go fishing. Unfortunately, stories like his are not unique, but they are the norm in El Salvador. So how did we get here? How did this tiny country in Central America become the murder capital of the world? Long story short, in 1980, after decades of dictators, a civil war broke out, and as people do during times of war, they fled the country. When they arrived to the US, they legally applied for asylum. Unfortunately, the US government largely ignored their request, leaving the entire population vulnerable. After constant racial attack from gangs in LA, a young group of El Salvadorian men decided to create their own gang to protect Salvadorian people. They called themselves MS-13, MASA-13. The biggest difference between LA gangs like the Bloods and Latin Kings, who were the most notorious for attacking Salvadorians, the leader of MS-13 was a US military-trained Green Beret officer who quickly implemented military training, structure, organization, and these men were ruthless. MS-13 quickly got a violent reputation. I don't know if it was the US military training or watching decades of dictators kill innocent people, including students protesting at churches. Their motto quickly became rape, murder, extort, and they used machetes. In their first decade, they partnered with the Mexican mafia, drug cartels, and other gangs. Then in 1992, the US began mass deporting Salvadorians back to El Salvador, further expanding MS-13's gang operation into 2 countries. As of today, MS-13 is in Canada, almost every single US state, all of Central America, and even as far as France and Egypt. As members of MS-13 were sent back to El Salvador, where they began terrorizing their entire country.
Oh, you have so much energy today. Oh, I love to see it.
If you ever happen to find yourself exploring around Suchitoto and you want to come to the basalts, I highly recommend you come during rain season, which is May through October/November. If you happen to notice in these videos, it is very dry. There is actually normally a river running through here, and then the water cascades down over the top of the basalts. It's super beautiful. After that long hike, Porter was completely tuckered out, but we still had enough energy to go back into Suchitoto, do a little walking around, and finish the day with some ice cream before heading to our next campsite. This cheesy clip is how I usually drive when I'm in small towns. I'm so happy and excited to be there, saying hello to everybody. This second cheesy clip is how Porter reacts every time we arrive to a new campsite and he smells the fresh air. He's so happy. This campsite is full of so much rubbish. I was not expecting to find this much plastic washed up on this farmland. From the previous reviews, it mentioned there was a little bit of plastic, so I'm not really sure if this is normal or not normal. At least there are some cute pigs to look at. Definitely are not going to spend a couple nights camping here. We're just going to stay tonight because it's too late to drive and go anywhere else, and then we are going to take off in the morning. Porter and I are all packed up. We're gonna go to a different camp on the other side of San Salvador. I don't like camping in a landfill. So the sunrise was absolutely stunning, but it's too much rubbish for me. I just can't. It's so gross, and the cows roam in the middle of the night, so the cows are like all around your truck walking on plastic at all hours of the night, and for me, I wake up to stuff like that. Like, who's outside my camper? Oh, it's a cow. So I was probably woken up like 30 times last night, and the kids here were drinking till midnight, which is no big deal. It's whatever, but quality of sleep low. The garbage is hurting my eyes. It's just so sad. So Bukele, if you see this, please do something about all the garbage in your country. I don't think tourists are really gonna like it. All of the reviews at this place mentioned a little bit of plastic, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. There's plastic everywhere in this country so far, and this is probably the second worst I've seen in the entire world. personally, not like just photos, just personally experienced. So yeah, bye. Off to the next spot. This tree is beautiful and I wonder how old it is. Today is really exciting because Porter and I get to go and meet Francisco, who has followed me on Facebook and Instagram for years and years and always joked if I'm ever in El Salvador to come and visit him. And finally, I am here. So we went to one of the national parks to see one of the volcanoes. We are actually standing on glass looking into the crater of the volcano. It's absolutely mind-blowing. From here, we're going to go have a nice lunch, and then Porter and I are going to rent an Airbnb and stay in the capital, San Salvador. We're going to meet with Francisco again and have pupusas. You have to be careful eating these because they're absolutely delicious and you'll want to eat them every single day. They're sort of like a tortilla slash flatbread with cheese, beans, or chicharron loroco inside. Absolutely scrumptious. After this dinner, we said goodbye to Francisco, and he was so kind to give me so many gifts, and I gave him a sticker in return for his bumper. Porter and I spent the next week in our Airbnb resting, relaxing. Well, he rested and relaxed. I did about 10 or 15 loads of laundry and also lived off of Uber Eats for the next 5 nights. It was absolutely wonderful, I'm not gonna lie. We got these bones for Porter in Mexico. I bought like 7 bags of them because they're not rawhide. They're made with natural ingredients and they're not as hard as bones. They're really soft. So it's so much better for his teeth and he loves them. After a week of takeaway, Porter and I went on a little adventure around the neighborhood, and this is where you can really see people in the city have these massive steel garage doors, and all of their front entry are steel doors. Very beautiful, but it kind of gives you a little sense of the reality. And we were so lucky to find a local pupusa shop right around the corner. Check out these prices. And then it was back on the road. Okay, well, the lady says we can drive down this road, so we go. And she said we could camp at the end, so that's actually really cool. Oh, sorry, Porter. I know it's really steep. Está bien. I'm so excited for this. What do you think, bud? Whew. It's a steep one. It's okay, we take our time, okay? Oof. Oof, oof. Just sit down. Take a breather. It's okay. We're not in a rush, okay? But wow. Whew. There's a volcano. Sleep like a champion, man. Okay, this is how we are going down, step by step, scooting Porter on my lap, step by step. It's really steep. It's okay, bud. We're gonna make it. It's just a minute, okay? We're gonna go step by step. Good boy, Porter. I know. It's okay. This was a steep one. These stairs are crazy. The wind feels good though. Okay. Let's go. Okay, listo. Please don't move. There's no more railing here, okay? Whew. Okay. Couple more steps, Porter. 3 more to go. 2, 1, 0.
Okay, let's take a break. Okay, you can stand now. Good boy.
Oh, these stairs are steep. Porter did not like. I think he really would have maybe tipped over. And dinner's gonna taste so sweet. Also, we are parked here. I think this is where we're supposed to park. He said grande parqueo, and we arrived here. I said, this is not a big parking spot. I don't think we're supposed to be here. So we will go camp in the designated area. Whew. It's really windy, so I cannot fly my drone or anything. Hopefully the wind calms down. And I'm so thankful for Diego to share this place with me, and that I can take my truck and we can camp for $5. There's no facilities, but this is stunning. I cannot wait for sunset. And we did not stay up top for sunset because this would be super dangerous to do alone in the dark. No thank you. Oh my god, the guy's like, yeah, for sure you can camp at the top. And I was like, oh, it's not very windy. And he's like, oh no, it's really good. I'm up here. I think I broke something on the door because I opened it and the wind just like slammed it all the way. It's, you know, when the wind blows so hard that like the dirt and the gravel is hitting your legs, it's like little bee stings. It's that windy. We still might camp up here, but we'll just leave the camper down. It'll be a little bit of a tight fit, but we'll make it work. I want to be up here for sunrise. This is incredible. So I definitely broke something when the door slammed open from the wind. Press the window down. That's all it will go. That really sucks. It's like a Cat 4 hurricane up here. We're gonna do the first time ever sleeping with this down. And yeah, this is the sunset and we will be facing the sunrise. Oh, how funny. Alright, so this is our camp for the night. Porter and I are just on the floor, hanging out. It's actually, I opened up all of the access doors because there's a lot of air coming through, but we extended the pillows to here, in here, and then we have this whole couch area, the twin size bed. But it's just not a lot of room right here, so that's why we're hanging out here. I can at least sit up, and yeah. I pushed my clothing bins here back and put my camera gear, and then my dinner is here close. I'm just about to eat, and then I'll kind of put everything left over into the bins, and I'll have more room to sit, or I'll put Porter up here because he's kind of taking up all the space. And then yeah, Starlink is set up outside. That thing is a beast. The stand is really sturdy and heavy. The weight is on the bottom, and I'm surprised it doesn't tip over and stuff like this. I didn't put it on the roof, but normally I do. It's just on the ground in front of the tire, and it's on the wind side because it needs to face north. We'll see if the wind dies down. It's 7:07 right now. last night, the spot we were at, it was steady wind till about 8, so I don't really know if that's going to be the case here. We are on top of the mountain, so we shall see. We heard the guy that was working the gate, he left on his moto about 20 minutes ago, so the gate is now locked. We are up here. I don't think anybody's coming up here, but I definitely hate sleeping when the camper is rocking back and forth because of the wind. I wake up in the middle of the night whenever the camper moves, like in an earthquake or something, because it just feels like somebody's pushing on the camper from outside. So stay tuned. Porter is already out. Just listen to that. Oh my god. Probably about 7:30 in the morning, the wind just completely stops. And now I really believe the guy at the bottom who said, "No, es muy tranquilo." Because, yeah, it is so beautiful and so peaceful. Everything is so calm. I've never had this happen, but it's just not connected. It won't turn. Nothing. It won't connect. Come on. And I didn't even transfer all the files last night. I was like, I'll fly in the morning and then transfer all my files. Oh, come on, man. I guess at least now I don't have to worry about transporting my drone through Nicaragua. That's a plus. Ay, ay, ay. First my window breaks and then my drone just disappears. Completely disconnects while I'm flying. I've never had that happen before. It's just gone. I'm driving back to where I was flying. It honestly was not that far away. I don't know, I guess I will hike up to see if maybe it landed on the side of the cliff, but so I hike all the way back up, following the drone GPS, even though my legs are killing me, and I arrive to the spot exactly where the drone is, and I'm like looking, I don't see anything, and I look down, oh my god, right here before this huge drop. Yay! Okay, now the killer part, going down. Oh my god, I could not believe I found this stuck in a little poof of dried grass right before a huge drop to Nowheresville. Oh my god. Oh, now I have to make these stairs down. They are just so steep. And I did this hike up and down yesterday. And down I carried Porter with me. So my legs, like my thighs are on fire right now. But I'm so happy that I found it. That's one problem solved. Now I just need to get my window fixed. Yeah.